Good morning, everybody. It's Miss Shapiro, and I'm here for First Chapter Friday. Today, we are going to take a look at a book that was recommended by Miss Brocious. Thank you, Miss Brocious. And so we're going to take a look at The Book Thief by Markus Zusak. All right. So this is a book that is fiction. I mean, you'll see why in just a few minutes. But it is also centered around World War II in, I believe it, if I remember correctly, in a major German city. So it's really a fascinating book. I think you'll like it if you like kind of speculative fiction where there's things that aren't quite real or, but then it's also tied in with things that are definitely rooted in reality. So let's take a look. But first off, Actively Learn wasn't working today. And no problem, because you guys should also be aware of the resource, the Jeffco Public Library. Yes, many of you got library cards when you went in for orientation. Miss Nye had a booth set up. If you have any questions about how to get a library card, definitely reach out to her and ask. So I'm using my account today, and we are going to go to Libby, which has all kinds of ebooks that are available to you, all kinds of cool stuff. I'm already logged in here. All you have to do is type in your library number to get to this part. And then you use the toolbar down here to search, or you can scroll through and kind of take a look, whatever you want. So for me, I'm going to go, what is this one? Okay, so I already checked this one out. I'm going to go ahead and open this up. The Book Thief. Yay, I spelled his name correctly. All right, so here we go. It is 1939, Nazi Germany. The country is holding its breath. Death has never been busier and will become busier still. Liesel Memminger finds her life changed when she unearths a single object from the snow. It is The Grave Digger's Handbook, left there by accident at her brother's funeral, and it is her first act of book thievery. But these are dangerous times. When Liesel's foster family hides a Jewish boy in their basement, Liesel's world is both opened up and closed down. So that's a brief synopsis of the book, kind of like a teaser. Let's go ahead and take a look. Praise for the book thief. Oh, there's a lot of praise. Okay. Whoa. And here we go. Prologue. A mountain range of rubble, in which our narrator introduces himself, the colors, and the book thief. Death and chocolate. First, the colors. Then the humans. That's usually how I see things, or at least how I try. Here is a small fact. You are going to die. I am in all truthfulness attempting to be cheerful about this whole topic, though most people find themselves hindered in believing me, no matter my protestations. Please, trust me. I most definitely can be cheerful. I can be amiable, agreeable, affable. And that's only the A's. Just don't ask me to be nice. Nice has nothing to do with me. So, quick tip here. Death is personified in this book and is our narrator, which is part of why it is speculative fiction. Okay? Reaction to the aforementioned fact. Does this worry you? I urge you, don't be afraid. It's nothing if not fair. Of course, an introduction. A beginning. Where are my manners? I could introduce myself properly, but it's not really necessary. You will know me well enough and soon enough, depending on a diverse range of variables. It suffices to say that at some point in time, I will be standing over you, as genially as possible. Your soul will be in my arms. A color will be perched on my shoulder. I will carry you gently away. At that moment, you will be lying there. I rarely find people standing up. You will be caked in your own body. There might be a discovery. A scream will dribble down the air. The only sound I'll hear after that will be my own breathing and the sound of the smell of my footsteps. The question is, what color will everything be at that moment when I come for you? What will the sky be saying? Personally, I like a chocolate-colored sky, dark, dark chocolate. People say it suits me. I do, however, try to enjoy every color I see, the whole spectrum. A billion or so flavors, none of them quite the same, and a sky to slowly suck on. It takes the edge off the stress. It helps me relax. A small theory. People observe the colors of a day only at its beginnings and ends. But to me, it's quite clear that a day merges throughout a multitude of shades and intonations with each passing moment. A single hour can consist of thousands of different colors: waxy yellows, cloud spat blues, murky darkness. In my line of work, I make it a point to notice them. As I've been alluding to, my one saving grace is distraction. It keeps me sane. It helps me cope, considering the length of time I've been performing this job. The trouble is, who could ever replace me? Who could step in while I take a break? In your stock standard resort style vacation destination, whether it be tropical or of the ski trip variety? The answer, of course, is nobody, which has prompted me to make a conscious, deliberate decision to make distractions my vacation. Needless to say, I vacation in increments, in colors. Still, it's possible that you might be asking, why does he even need a vacation? What does he need distraction from? Which brings me to my next point. It's the leftover humans, the survivors. They're the ones I can't stand to look at, although on many occasions I still fail. I deliberately seek out the colors to keep my mind off them, but now and then I witness the ones who are left behind, crumbling among the jigsaw puzzle of realization, despair, and surprise. They have punctured hearts. They have beaten lungs. Which in turn brings me to the subject I am telling you about tonight or today or whatever the hour and color. It's the story of one of those perpetual survivors, an expert at being left behind. It's just a small story, really, about, among other things, a girl, some words, an accordionist, some fanatical Germans, a Jewish fist fighter, and quite a lot of thievery. I saw The Book Thief 3 times. Beside the railway line. First up is something white, of the blinding kind. Some of you are most likely thinking that white is not really a color, and all of that tired sort of nonsense. Well, I'm here to tell you that it is. White is without question a color, and personally, I don't think you want to argue with me. A reassuring announcement. Please, be calm, despite that previous threat. I am all bluster. I am not violent. I am not malicious. I am a result. Yes, it was white. It felt as though the whole globe was dressed in snow, like it had pulled it on, the way you pull on a sweater. Next to the train line, footprints were sunken to their shins. Trees wore blankets of ice, as you might expect. Someone had died. They couldn't just leave him on the ground. For now, it wasn't such a problem, but very soon the track ahead would be cleared and the train would need to move on. There were 2 guards. There was one mother and her daughter, one corpse. The mother, the girl, and the corpse remained stubborn and silent. Well, what else do you want me to do? The guards were tall and short. The tall one always spoke first, though he was not in charge. He looked at the smaller, rounder one, the one with the juicy red face. Well, was the response, we can't just leave them like this, can we? The tall one was losing patience. Why not? And the smaller one damn near exploded. He looked up at the tall one's chin and cried, Spinz duh! Are you stupid? The abhorrence on his cheeks was growing thicker by the moment. His skin widened. Come on, he said, traipsing over the snow. We'll carry all 3 of them back on if we have to. We'll notify the next stop. As for me, I had already made the most elementary of mistakes. I can't explain to you the severity of my self-disappointment. Originally, I had done everything right. I studied the blinding white snow sky who stood at the window of the moving train. I practically inhaled it, but still I wavered. I buckled. I became interested in the girl. Curiosity got the better of me, and I resigned myself to stay as long as my schedule allowed, and I watched. 23 minutes later, when the train was stopped, I climbed out with them. A small soul was in my arms. I stood a little to the right. The dynamic train guard duo made their way back to the mother, the girl, and the small male corpse. I clearly remember that my breath was loud that day. I'm surprised the guards didn't notice me as they walked by. The world was sagging now under the weight of all that snow. Perhaps 10 meters to my left, the pale, empty-stomached girl was standing, frost-stricken. Her mouth jittered. Her arms were folded. Tears were frozen to the book thief's face. So I'm going to go ahead and pause here. I'm about 10 minutes in. So the girl is Liesel, and the story is going to continue, and Death, the narrator, is going to be visiting her on a series of occasions because he got interested in her. Now, this is a great, great book. It does move very, very quickly. I've had many students of my own who have read this and really enjoyed it. So if you are interested in this book, keep in mind you can use your library card and you can go to the Jeffco Public Library website and check it out and get it on your Chromebook as a digital book, or you can go into a branch and request the paper copy. I hope that you guys have a wonderful day and happy reading.